Hey guys, it's Paradise, and today I want to show something a little different as this one has been making waves within the gaming community. Imagine if there was a cozy game that's easy to jump into, fun to explore and play, but also pushes the boundaries of the sort of creature collecting genre, almost making its own niche called a creature saver game. You know we love games that have creatures to tame, vibrant worlds to explore, and above all else, one where the gameplay is actually unique and engaging. Well, that's why Creatures of Ava, a game that I've personally had my eye on for a while and is one that I've played before and have really enjoyed, was the perfect option to make a sponsored video on thanks to 11-Bit Studios. So let's go over what it's all about, because a world where creativity, music and magical powers meet survival and creature saving isn't something that I would have expected, but actually does work quite well. The game is set on the planet of Ava, a mysterious planet that's teeming with wild creatures, the native people, and different areas and biomes to explore. The world is, however, threatened by a mysterious infection known as the Withering, so we're going to be playing as Vic, a nature adventurer, and we're joined by Tabitha, a researcher, as we try to complete our mission to explore Ava's vibrant ecosystems, from its jungles to swamps and more, and of course the wildlife. At its core, the gameplay is very exploration driven, and it's centered around saving the once peaceful creatures that are now extremely aggressive due to the infection. Unlike other creature games though, instead of direct combat, there's non-aggressive mechanics to tackle these encounters and save the creatures by using things like the indigenous flute melodies to heal and tame them, or our magical staff to actually remove the infection from them and the environment, highlighting the game's focus on understanding and preserving life. As we play, there's various lore tidbits and things to discover, revealing the mysteries and secrets of Ava as we confront this infection and work to restore the natural balance back to the world. But what does this mean for the gameplay? Well, one of the things I like most is actually exploring around the areas and spotting new creatures to analyze, which is done by taking photos of them. But the photo mechanic is also extended to finding these wind charm collectibles that have a sort of audio effect when they're nearby, making them very easy to recognize and look out for, giving you extra XP to expand your skill tree, boosting things like crafting efficiency, the speed that you repel the infection, improving your special powers, and more. But once you find the wildlife, it's not just about taking pictures. The game really shines when you actually go into the combat, taming, and controlling features. So when you find infected creatures, you basically need to beam the infection off of them, which depending on how far in the game you are, can be done with various powers that you unlock, which basically help you out in this sort of combat. But at a basic level, you need to channel on them for long enough until you remove the infection, but also dodge out of the way of their incoming attacks. It's good to note you can collide the beam with other infected creatures, allowing you to cure multiple at once. This can be a little tricky against a multitude of enemies, but once the infection bar is depleted and the animals are free, you can now tame them with your flute to literally input a song or tune that will correlate to the different types of creatures to make them friendly. This took me a little bit of getting used to, but once it clicks, it's actually a unique and fun mechanic where you start to get used to each creature's song. After the creatures are then friendly, they will follow you as you play your flute, but you can also control them, allowing you to travel around the world as them, giving you some extra exploration options with the environment, as well as opening up pathways that would otherwise be blocked to you, and some of them you can even use their unique skill on various things in the environment that essentially give you items. So a large part of the fun comes down to finding, saving, taming, and controlling these wild creatures. Now, usually after you finish taming the actual creatures, you can then take them to a nearby beacon and teleport them away to safety. This also counts towards your total saved creatures of the area, which is kind of like the secondary objective to the main story to get to the next area. So while you're exploring, you'll also be progressing and leveling up, granting you experience and items and getting that creature tally to move on to the next zone. To be honest, this is a game I would recommend if you just want a good time to kick back and relax, but also have that sense of progression. It's interesting to find out where the story is going next, there's plenty of puzzles and exploration mechanics that keeps things interesting, and Creatures of Ava is one of the few games that has come out and genuinely impressed me, especially given that it's an indie studio executing a unique idea, and from my playtesting, doing it well. So for this reason, I actually do recommend trying out Creatures of Ava if you enjoy the idea of a creature saver game with a big focus on exploration and action-adventure elements. So drop a like and comment below to let me know what you think of Creatures of Ava, which is out now. Thank you so much for watching, and make sure you're subscribed down below for more videos on your favorite games coming very soon.